Welcome to another class, Pilates Plus, my 12-week program. Now, before we get started, I just want to do a bit of housekeeping. Whether you're in the gym or at home, please make sure that your work area is nice and clear, free from any trip hazards, and well ventilated. Have some fluids with you, nice warm herbal tea or some water, so you can stay hydrated throughout. The beautiful thing about these follow-alongs is you can pause it if at any point you feel like you need a rest or need to stretch, get a cramp out or something like that, and then join back in. So, without further ado, let's begin with some body awareness. Laying on our backs, legs outstretched, and arms by our side. Feel the connection between your body and the floor. Notice each point that connects your body to the floor. Begin to feel the heaviness of your body sinking into the floor. Now come to notice the breath. Feel the belly rise and fall. Feel the chest rise and fall. Begin to feel the lightness of the body as you bring awareness to your breath. The body is completely relaxed, the mind completely aware. The body is feeling light. Bring awareness to your toes. Envision your toes attached to your left foot. The left big toe, fourth toe, third toe, second toe, the pinky toe, the left foot, the heel, the sole of the foot, the ankle, the whole of the left foot. Envision the right foot, right big toe, fourth toe, third toe, second toe, the pinky toe, the right foot, the heel, the sole of the foot, the ankle, the whole of the right foot. Envision both feet together. The left leg, the shin, the calf muscle, the knee, the thigh, the left buttock, the whole left leg, the right leg, the shin, the calf muscle, the knee, the thigh, the right buttock, the whole right leg. Both legs together. Now the hips, the lower back, the middle back, upper back, the whole back, the whole back. Envision the left shoulder, the shoulder blade, upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist and hand. Now the right shoulder, the shoulder blade, upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist and hand, both arms together, the chest, the ribs, the belly, the whole of the front body, the whole front body. Feel the neck, back of the head, the forehead, left eyebrow, right eyebrow, the space in between the eyebrows, the left eye, the right eye, the left cheek, the right cheek, the jaw, the tongue, the lips, the chin, the throat, the whole of the head, the whole head. Feel the lightness of the whole body together. Relax and feel heavy. Sink into the floor. Relax the whole body. Relax. Feel the body connected to the floor. Feel the awareness of your body. Make small movements with your toes. Relax. Walk your heels to the end of the room, stretching out your legs. Relax. Make small movements with your fingers. Relax. Imagine your shoulders separating from your ears and your arms pulling away from your head. Relax. Imagine a string tied to the crown of your head, pulling away from your shoulders, stretching the neck. Tuck your chin. Relax. As you inhale, slide both feet in, bending at the knees, bringing your feet flat on the floor. Thumbs to your navel, fingertips to your pubic bone, creating a diamond over your belly. Focusing on the pelvis, going into pelvic rock, roll the pelvis forwards, feel the spine flatten, roll the pelvis backwards, feel the spine lift, creating an arch in the small of your back. Continue to roll that flat spine and the arch. Inhale as you roll forwards, exhale as you roll back, controlling the movement, just mobilizing the lower spine. Preparing for the hard work that is to come. So you should be pretty used to this now, coming into the new week. We have a fair idea of what movements to expect and how we should be conducting ourselves during the class. Firm grasp on your strengths and the areas that need a bit more developing. As we work through this week and this class, make sure you try and hone in on those areas that need developing and try to get them right. Hold that flat back, Engaging the core slightly. Let's reach for our blocks, place them under our head as we go into spine twist. Bringing our arms out to the side, rotating hips to the left, looking over the right shoulder. Keep the shoulder blades down, and we're going to keep the hips facing to the right. Lift the left arm over, coming into a side laying position, full side laying position, so knees should be together, fingertips together. Breathe in to open the chest, open the arms, and breathe out to close, coming into that side laying position. Let's do 5 more of these. Focus on the quality of the movement, full range of motion. You should feel the twist through the mid-spine. Hips should be facing in the same direction at all times. They're not moving, just moving through the chest, shoulders, mid-spine. Hold. Let's come back to center and change side. Looking over the opposite shoulder. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. Really try and get those shoulder blades, both shoulder blades, to touch the ground as you open the arms and open the chest. One more. Finishing off with arms open, chest open. Bring the hips back to center, and we're going to remove the blocks or cushions from behind your head and place one in between the thighs. So bring your feet hip width apart, place a block in between the thighs, and open the arms once more. Going into hip twist, dropping the hips to the right, looking over the left shoulder. Keep shoulder blades down this time, arms stay fixed, and we are transitioning from left to right, right to left, keeping the block firmly in between the thighs. So your feet are going to be separate from this point as you rotate through the lower spine. Going to do one more and come back to center, bringing the hands behind the ears, so fingertips on your ears. Roll the pelvis forwards, feel the spine flatten. You should be able to feel the spine nice and long on the mat. Bring in both legs to tabletop as we lift through the chest, keeping it long, lifting the chest to the knees, knees to chest, and lower back down for 1. As you roll back down, keep the spine long on the mat. For 2. For 3. 4. 5. Last one. Bring your feet flat on the floor. For 6. Bring the arms down by your side. Double heel slides with arm floats. Exhaling, slide the heels out. Keep the block where it is. Pull the heels back in as you inhale. Really focus on keeping the core engaged, belly button pulled in, spine nice and long on the mat. Exhale to slide out. Inhale to slide in. Now if you find that you cannot keep the back flat as you slide the heels back in, then stop just short of that real stress zone. So exhale and slide the heels out just as far as you can, keeping the belly button pulled down, core engaged, and then slide back in. So you're working within your comfortable range of movement and still able to keep good form and technique. Last one. Bringing feet flat on the floor and arms down by your side. You can go ahead and remove the block. And we have double leg drops. So I did say to move the block. I'm going to mix it up a little bit, and we're going to use the block in between the thighs here. So it's going to focus our efforts on moving both legs at the same time equally, as opposed to allowing our dominant leg to lead the way. So bring the legs to tabletop, flatten your spine onto the floor. So keeping the block between the thighs, we're squeezing the thighs together strongly, and you're going to work within your own range of movement. Flex the feet, lower the legs down, keep the spine nice and long on the floor, come down until you feel that your back wants to pull up off the ground. Hold there just before the back pulls off the ground, and lift. Lower and lift. You want to really squeeze the lower back onto the ground so you can't get your hands underneath. As you lift, bring the legs at a 90-degree angle, keep them nice and straight. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Beautiful work. Bend at the knees, return feet to the ground, and let's remove the block. So a little bit more work on the abdomen here. Going into our 100s, arms reaching past the hips, facing down. We're going to curl up, keep the neck long, chin tucked slightly, working through the upper abs. We're going to bring the legs to tabletop, and you have the option to work through variations. We're going to hold the legs out at a 45-degree angle and begin to pump the arms. 5 times as you inhale, 5 times as you exhale. 10 breaths total. Keep the upper back lifted off the floor, core engaged. Working through shoulder joints, arms are moving, but the rest of the spine stays still. Stretch those legs. Remember, you can work from different angles, different foot positions, should I say. We've done quite a few of them so far through the last 5 weeks, so you have loads of options. 1 more breath. Pause. Pull the leg in. Legs in, should I say. Return feet to the floor. Roll the pelvis. Feel the spine long on the floor. We're pushing through the feet evenly, going for hip bridges or shoulder bridges. Coming all the way up. Keep the core engaged so the abs don't bulge forwards. A nice straight line from the shoulders through the hips down into the knees. Roll back down. Nice little stretch for the abs and opening the hips as well. We're going to do that again, but we're working through a range of motions. So you can have the blocks in between the legs or not. The blocks will help with discipline and also stability. So as you lift through the hips, extend through the left, return, and extend through the right, and return. Rolling down. Without the block, rolling up. Keep the hips stable, extend, and return. Foot, switch leg, extend, and return. Roll down. We have 4 more of these. Re-engage the core if you feel like you've lost it. Every time you roll down, hold, re-engage the core, flatten the spine, and then lift, extend. Really push through both feet evenly. We're trying to keep the hips level so they don't drop as you remove one foot from the ground. Final time, rolling back down. Grab hold of the thighs, pull them into your chest. Relax. And now lift the chest into your thighs. We're going for a single leg stretch, working through a 45-degree angle. So we're going to take hold of the right knee with the left hand, extending the left leg at a 45-degree angle, pull the knee into the middle of the chest. Deep breath in, exhale and switch. And switch. Breathe in, switch. Twice. Breathe out, switch. Twice. Each time, tracking that knee to the center of the chest. Keep your chest lifted as though you're pulling it into your knee. Upper back remains elevated. Your core, abdomen working really hard to stabilize the torso and the hips as well. Last one. Pull both thighs in. Deep breath in as you exhale. Grab behind the thighs, roll up into a seated position. Extend the legs. Imagine your spine is nice and erect, like a stack of cups. Extend the arms out front, flex the feet, legs long on the floor. As you exhale, reaching forwards, keep the arms elevated, parallel to the ground, unstacking your spine one cup at a time, rolling up, restacking those cups. Nice and tall spine. Reach forwards and come back up. Reach forwards a little bit further and back up. Let's do two more. Last week, we took a pause before going into a reverse roll. From the next spine stretch, as we begin to roll up, we're going straight into our reverse roll, belly button pulling down towards the ground, lower spine curling, halfway and roll up. Nice tall position. Rolling down with lower spine into mid and up. Let's do four more. Keep the legs long on the floor. You should be able to feel the whole of the back of your leg making contact with the floor. Final one, and we're going to roll all the way down. Extend arms overhead, big reach, keep spine long on the floor along with the legs, and circle the arms around and back down by your side. So let's pull our heels back in, feet flat on the floor. We are going for a single leg circle. So we're going to do this from our forearms. So let's come back up onto the forearms. You want to keep your spine nice and straight, as we've been practicing through this whole session and throughout the previous weeks. We're going to extend one leg up. Let's start with the left, nice and straight. Tiny circles outwards. You want to keep your spine straight as you circle in and out, in and out. Keep shoulders relaxed. Try not to crunch the shoulders or the neck. Change direction. You're drawing circles through the hip, the thigh, and not the ankle. So the ankle should stay nice and still. And hold. Return foot to the floor, and let's change sides. So really extend the leg. So I've got my
leg almost at a right angle, but you can work from a 45-degree angle. Find an angle that works for you, perhaps lower to the ground. Change directions. See where it feels comfortable and allows you to maintain control, also maintain engagement of your core as well. Pause, bend at the knee, return foot to the floor. We're going to bring both legs to tabletop. From here, let's grab a block and place it in between our thighs. Make sure we are on track. Yeah, beautiful. We're doing very well. So we're going to bring our legs to tabletop. Spine nice and straight. Squeeze the thighs together nice and strong. Hip twists. Roll to one side. Keep both forearms on the floor. Come back up. Roll to the other side. The moment you feel the forearm trying to lift, that's when you pause and then return back to center. If you go too far, you'll feel your elbows start to slip and you start to lose your position. Working through the obliques as you pull the thighs back up to center. You can make your hip rotations smaller. You're still working through the core, still working the obliques, just not as intense. Last one. Back to center. And return feet to the floor. Roll all the way down. Pop the block to one side. And extend the legs. Bring the arms over your head, big extension, keep the spine long on the floor. Straight arm crunch, we're going to keep the legs long here, flex the feet. We're lifting through the torso, keeping the chin tucked, curling up into the obliques and rolling down. Each time, lift a little bit higher, get more of the upper back off of the floor and down. We're working the bottom range of the roll-up movement. Just focusing on the crunching element. For one more. And back down. Beautiful. Circle the arms down to the side. And let's come over into a side position. So with me facing you. Next movement. We're working no hands, side leg lift. We're on our no hands, forearm. So rest your head in your hand. Extend both legs out about 20 degrees in front. If you're on a mat, you want to be on the back edge of your mat. And then your feet facing the bottom front edge of your mat. Free hand, place it on your side or behind your head. Hips stacked. Separate the legs, and as you lift, we're rotating the leg out, toes up as we exhale. Inhale to lower down, keep the feet separated. Exhale to lift and lower. Keep the hips from rolling back or forwards. You want to stay side on. Again, work within comfortable range for you. We're doing these last week. You should be more comfortable with them, especially if you've managed to do this twice during last week. You would have done one live with me, hopefully, and then revisited your video for your second workout. Hold the hover. We're going into front leg kick. So sweeping the leg forwards, keeping the hips where they are. Point the toe to pull the leg back for one. Now as you kick the leg forwards, your hip might want to roll back and your shoulders might want to roll forwards. Try and keep that from happening. You want to keep the shoulders still and the hips still. you find the shoulders and hips are rolling, there's twisting through the spine, and you don't want that. That's taking all the benefit of the exercise away. Last one. And finish here. Hover. Going for single leg circles, so point the toe. Nice small circles. If you're comfortable and you're holding your core and your position, then make the circles bigger. Drawing circles with the thighs, not the ankles. Change direction. Feel the glutes working. It's okay. Work through, power through. Come on, we're almost there. As long as it's not a sharp shooting pain and it's just tension, that's okay. Hold. Lower the leg down. So, from here, we're going into a side bridge. Bend the top knee. Bend the bottom knee, forgive me. Extend the top leg. Straighten up the spine. Lift through the hips. Extend the arm over. Big side bridge. Coming down halfway. Hip bone stays off the ground. And lift. For 1. And down. For 2. And down. For 3. We're going to do 3 more. 4. 5. Let's do 1 more. Up a little bit higher. And all the way down. Let's change side. So coming back into a side laying position, working on our side leg lift. Exhale to lift. Remember, rotating the hip outwards or the thigh outwards, toes pointing up, keeping the hips from rolling backwards. No twisting through the spine. Let's do 3 more. Stay with the breath. Last one. And hover. Front leg kick, sweep forwards and pull back, squeezing the glutes. Sweep forwards and pull back. Beautiful work. Let's do 2 more. And bring the legs stacked. Hovering above, we're going for single leg circles. Point the toe. Start to draw tiny circles. Your leg is a paintbrush. Your foot is the tip of the paintbrush, and you're drawing tiny circles. Beautiful work. Change direction. Almost there. Work through the fire. Work through that burn. And hold. Lower the leg down. Let's come into a side bridge position. Bending the bottom leg. Keep top leg extended. Engage the core, straighten the spine. Lift through the hips. Keep the shoulders rolled backwards. Arm over the head. Coming down halfway. And lift. For 1. 2. 3. Doing really good. Come on. For 4. 5. Let's do 1 more. Big lift. And 6. Rolling all the way down. Coming into a front laying position, 3/4 plank. So we want to start on our forearms. We're going to roll the pelvis forwards, or the belly button lift, and lift the hips with it. So we're now on our knees and our forearms. You want the knees to be about hip width apart, and you can flex the feet. we're going for a front side reach. So the wider your knees are, the more stable you're going to be. The narrower your knees are, the more you're going to have to work on keeping yourself stable, especially through the core. So hip width is quite optimal. We're going to reach forwards, come back to our forearm, reach out to the side. Switching arm, reach forwards, and then reach out to the side. So if I change direction as we work through, let's do 6 more. I want to keep my torso and my hips stable as I reach to the front and to the side. I could come back a bit so you can see everything. So if you notice, I'm not twisting through my torso or my hips as I lift one arm off the ground, keeping the core tight. I'm not rushing through this movement either. Finishing off. Beautiful. Roll down, rest your head on your hands. Return to your breath. As you inhale, we're going to come up onto our hands and knees. Knees below hips, hands below shoulders. We're going to go into a bird dog. So we're going to take the left hand and the right leg. Engage the core, roll the pelvis forwards, feel the belly button lift. Spine should be nice and flat. Extending the left arm and the right leg. Big extension. Again, no twisting through the spine. My torso remains facing the ground. Same thing with my hips. Switching leg and arm. Try to synchronize the movement with the breath. We're going to do 3 more in total. And you want to try and extend the arm right in line with the head and the leg parallel to the ground. Finishing off with the last one. Holding this all fours position. Now we're going into box press ups. So from this position right here, keeping the elbows tucked in, spine nice and straight, core still engaged. We're driving the elbows back, dropping the chest to the ground, forehead to the ground. Exhaling as we press away through the arms and the chest, rocking out at the top. Inhale, lower down to the ground. Exhale, big press. Let's do 4 more. Keep the elbows tucked in. You should feel the elbows grazing the ribs. Last one. Beautiful, holding this all fours position here. Let's drop back into child's pose. Curling through the lower spine, resting the forehead on the floor. Deep breath in, coming up onto all fours, and we're transitioning onto our belly. So laying flat on our belly, tuck the chin, keep the neck nice and long, forehead down on the floor. So from this position, this prone position, we are focusing on back flies. So for this one, we're going to have the arms extended out to the side, thumbs facing upwards. As you inhale, Lift the arms, squeezing the shoulder blades, and lower down. Lift and squeeze, and lower down. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Now, as you lift the arms, you can lift the chest, coming into a back extension and working through the upper back, lowering down. Lift through the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades, and down. Let's do 4 more. The legs stay nice and long on the floor. We're just working through the back. Finishing off here, rolling down. And bringing the hand inside of the mat, just beside the shoulders. Roll the pelvis forwards, forehead on the mat, and bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Hands should be on the small of your back. Exhale, stretch the arm, lift through the chest, and down. Relax the arms. Let's do 3 more. Extend, and down. Final one. And down. Beautiful. Bring your hands just beside the chest. Readjust. Rest your hands or underneath your head. Roll the pelvis. Feel the belly button lift. As you inhale, pull the heels in, heel flick, double, heel flick, and down, switching side. Keep the core engaged the whole time. And feel the back of your thighs working. And relax. Rest the forehead on the floor, bring the hands behind the small of your back. Loosely interlace the fingers. Deep breath in. As you exhale, lift, stretch, and roll down. Double heel flick, both legs. Lift and stretch. And roll down, double heel flick. Last one, big back extension. Extend through the arms and down. Finish off with double heel flick. Bring both hands outside the shoulders. Push your heels, push your bum back to your heels. And relax. Draw your attention to your breath. Inhale and exhale. Flex your feet as you exhale. Lift the knees off the floor, coming into a downward dog. Push heels into the ground, palm into the ground. Open up the chest, keep your back nice and long. You can bend through the knees if you can't straighten out your legs fully, but try and get them as straight as possible. Inhale, we're coming into a hover. Knees will hover just an inch or 2 off the ground in this box position. Exhale, back into downward dog. Inhale, back into a hover. Exhale, into downward dog. Last one, into hover. And hold. Drop into the knees, shifting back into child's pose. Rest your forehead on the floor. Draw your attention to your breath. Relax the shoulders and the arms. Inhale and come up. And transition onto your back. Close your eyes, extend your legs and arms by your side.
Make yourself comfortable with your back flat on the floor. Keep your legs wider than your hips and let your feet fall apart. Bring your arms away from your body, palms facing up, shoulders relaxed and away from your ears. Take a few deep inhales and very long exhalations. Maybe exhale out through the mouth a couple of times. As you are laying down here, notice your breath moving in and out of your body. Let your breath follow its natural cycle. Don't try to control it or send it towards any specific part of the body. Just be aware of how natural it occurs. With each inhalation, experience a sense of expansion, openness in the body. And with each exhalation, a feeling of relaxation and peacefulness. Every time you exhale, let go of any tension in the muscles. Every time you exhale, see if you can let go of the weight in your arms, legs, head, the whole body. Allowing yourself to fully trust the surface you are laying on. You are in a safe place. Laying here, you cannot fall. Nothing bad can happen. It's time to completely let go of any tension left in your body. Every time you exhale, allow yourself to melt a little bit further down into the earth and letting go completely. As you are laying here breathing, noticing the aliveness in your body, the blood flowing into your veins, your heart beating, your breath slow, long, and calm. Scan your body and maybe notice any sensations of warmth or tingling in different areas of your body. Maybe in your hands or your feet. Allowing things to just be as they are. Find a sense of coming home to your body, a sense of everything being connected. Allowing your body to be just as it is, and allowing yourself to be just as you are. You are whole and complete, perfect, breathing, alive. Noticing your breath as it comes in and goes out of your body. Knowing you are breathing. Allowing yourself to be embraced by your own breath. Staying in this state for a few minutes. Allowing the body to feel the full effects and the benefits of the meditation. very gently, before opening your eyes and starting to move, come back into this room, to your breathing, noticing the breath as it moves in and out through both nostrils, noticing how you are feeling now compared to the beginning of the practice. Maybe noticing a positive change in your body as a result of your practice. Notice a sense of calmness and stillness within, knowing that this sense of calmness and stillness is your normal state, always available to you, whatever is happening around you. You can come back every time you want to by bringing your awareness back to your breathing. Slowly, start bringing movement to your body. Make any movement your body needs to wake up. Roll into your favorite side and pillow your head with your arms, allowing prana energy to flow through your body again. Gently press your hands on the mat and come up, seated with your eyes still closed. Open your eyes, come back into the room. Beautiful work, well done. Thank you very much for joining in this week. I hope to see you in person next class, but if not, I'll join you right here again on the mat for another workout. Until the next time, have a wonderful evening, wonderful day, and we'll see you soon.